Guys, this is Maya, and I just kind of want her to talk about her story a little bit, because she has a very remarkable one, and I believe that she has a story that's worth sharing.
Please
And
don't be a pro.
and I want her to be a part of, this. So, Maya, please tell us a little bit about yourself, and just like your life. Who are you? What do you do?
Okay, so I am Maya Vocalsong. I am 20 years old, and my story has always been very interesting. I was born with a diaphragmatic hernia, which is basically when your diaphragm goes through muscle wall tissue, and I was not supposed to survive, but thankfully I did. And through the past 20 years, I have had multiple surgeries and treatments, but thankfully starting in 2022, 2023, I have gotten so much better. I found out that I was in remission of arthritis. So I was declared in remission August of 2023, and I am very happy to report that a year later that is still the case, and I am currently doing one of my favorite internships that I have ever done at All Our Friends, and I just have a passion for sharing my story and working with people who also have disabilities.
Wow, that's amazing. Is there something that you feel like, I know that we've talked about this just in your relationship with Jesus, but like, is there something that you feel like the Lord has taught you over the years with your disability? And
I have learned that He has definitely given me a lot of perseverance. Basically, I have been able to get through a lot of things that people thought I wouldn't be able to. I've been able to do a lot of things that people thought I never would be able to, and so it's taught me to be stronger and also to push myself harder.
wow. Thank you for sharing that.
So, because of cerebral palsy, which is a lack of oxygen to the brain, sometimes a lot of people's feet are outward like this. Well, people with cerebral palsy, a lot of them are turned in like this, and so they need a AFO or a leg brace to help them walk better. And so that straightens out your foot. The Velcro helps keep your leg in place so you're not in towing and tripping on yourself.
Yeah, and then I know we talked a little bit, just like as friends, the struggles with wearing a leg brace. Do you want to just like touch on that?
So some of the struggles are wearing a leg brace. One of the main ones that a lot of people touch on, or at least in my experience, are the looks that we get and the questions that we get asked. Like, is your leg broken? Are you in a cast? Sometimes it's older kids, sometimes it's adults. And so the younger kids, I usually try to brush off because they don't understand. Another big one is just like, sometimes you get looks, and the other annoying thing about wearing a brace is it takes you like 5 minutes longer than everybody else to actually get up and get ready in the morning.
So while there are some struggles with like wearing your leg brace, do you have any like positives that you would say come from your disability?
So there are several positives. I think that having a disability, it gives me more compassion and empathy, like with my personality, but physically speaking, it teaches me how to adapt to certain things. Like, I finally figured out how to do a necklace on my own. I have learned how to adapt, how to open things on my own, how to find adaptable things for writing on my own. And so even though that there are sometimes struggles, I have definitely learned how to adapt, and I have always learned that once I figure out what works. It just makes more sense to keep doing it than to try to manipulate my body to do something different. Sure, so these are my parents, and they are amazing. At the time, my dad was in the Marine Corps, and my mom stayed at home with me, and so this was them holding me while I was hooked up to oxygen and tubes. And then now I am very thankful that they were some of the most important people who helped me get to where I am today. Yes, then I'm on ECMO in this one.
Okay. You want to explain that
But
for
I'm not
anybody
sure.
who...
So, ECMO, I am not sure what the acronym stands for, but basically it's life support for babies and adults in general, or people in general, and it's basically like it breathes for you, and in the tubes it will reoxygenate your blood and like clean your blood and then put it back into your body.
So, if you could go back in time and you could talk to a younger version of yourself, what would you say?
I would say that life gets great. It takes a few years, but life gets so much better, and I'm so much healthier, and I'm able to do so much more than I thought I ever could.
What piece of advice or piece of encouragement would you give to someone else?
I would say that I know that this journey, or any medical journey, can be really hard to go through, but Jesus definitely really helps you out. And also, something else that is super encouraging is the friends and family that you surround you with. For anyone who does need encouragement, a Bible verse that is really important to me is Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future.